Hey everybody, Vinny again. Today's project is a 1999 Ford F150. And I just want to share a little bit of useful information with you. As many of you know, I'm used to working on dinosaurs, but sometimes I work on this modern stuff. But what I did to this truck recently is gave it a whole new suspension. New brakes and discs and pads and upper and lower control arms and ball joints and downright everything. Now, I made a bit of a rookie mistake as I assembled everything just fine, and the vehicle steering is tight and all that good stuff, and I went in to take it for a front end alignment, and they said, oh, we can't really do camber and caster. I said, why? I says, well, you need the offset washers. I'm like, what? And they said, yeah, look it up. So it turns out, when this upper control arm was installed at the factory back in the 90s, they had a little shims that they would throw in there and bolt it down, and they just send it. And then that's the end of that. But there's no way to really do anything with this weird square thing that they have. It was designed to go with the original control arm to preset the caster to something that was barely tolerable for public roads. So in lieu of that, if you give your suspension a full rebuild, there's no way this piece here that was manufactured 20 years after the fact is going to be 110% the exact same shape. So you have to get a kit, and this kit comes with a bolt with a flat surface and then these offset washers. And what those do is they allow you to make the necessary adjustments. Now here's the original bolt, and as you can see, it's just a nut and a bolt, and that's it. With the offset washers in place, watch what happens to the suspension when I turn the bolt. See it move? So that is very important, and I'll move it the other way. So right now what I'm actually doing is I'm changing the caster, right? So you can see it kind of sliding around a little bit in there. So when you adjust just one of them, it slides this guy forwards and backwards. That's your caster. And when you do them both at the same time, it goes out and in and out and in, and that's your camber. And those need to be set to the appropriate specifications if you want this vehicle to have a normal tire wear pattern. Installing them is very simple. It nut, meet, bolt, you know, so if you need me to explain how to do that, you need to get a shop manual, because I don't have time for that. You can put a bolt in yourself. But it's very important that you get these kits. They sell them at O'Reilly's, AutoZone, what have you. Ask them for, you know, a camber kit for your Ford truck. But with those installed, you'll be able to do the appropriate suspension geometry. Now, if you have what's called toe plates and a camber caster gauge, awesome. I plan on getting one in the near future. Don't have time right now, so I'm just, you know, sucking it up and going to a shop. But I'm sharing this tidbit of information with you so when you do decide to rebuild your front suspension, you don't make the same rookie mistake that I did. Is to get your camber and caster done appropriately, you need the offset washer kit. So make sure to look for that when you give your Ford truck a rebuild. This design started in 1997 and continued on for several years. If your truck is a 1996 or earlier, it's going to have a twin I-beam, and it will share absolutely nothing in common whatsoever with this design. Till we meet again, stay gold.